As always, it's Miners Monday here on Locked On Yankees. We chat about the top performers in the Yankees system every week. So, of course, hit subscribe and you don't miss a single second of it. Stacy, we'll start in Somerset. They had a 5-game winning streak earlier this week and was snapped on Saturday in game 2 of a doubleheader. They got rained out on Friday. But one of the big stories right now has been Brandon Lockridge. He has been swinging well, 2 for 4 on Thursday with a double and a run batted in. He went 3 for 4 on Saturday, picked up a pair of triples. And we kind of talked about this recently as well, Stacey. The running game for Somerset has been very interesting to watch out for here this season. They have been running amok, quite literally. They've been running like crazy on the base pass, and that continued. Brandon Lockridge picked up 2 more stolen bases this week. He leads the Eastern League with 10, and it should be noted that Jason Dominguez, as a matter of fact, is right behind him with 9 as some of the top 2 performers in the Eastern League. But the real big thing was Sports Center top 10. Look, I know it doesn't have the same fervor as it did in the late 90s and early 2000s, but Brandon Lockridge did make Sports Center top 10 with an incredible diving catch. If you're on our YouTube side, you're obviously watching that right now. If you're on the audio side, you always got to hop on over to the YouTube side. But big week for Brandon Lockridge. He's one of the top performers in the Yankee system here. Speaking of some guys that just flat out played this week, Aaron Polensky. This guy has been with the Hudson Valley Renegades. He has homered in 4 straight games, and he's the 3rd Renegade to do so since 2005. This includes a 2-homer game on Wednesday, which was the first multi-home run game of his career. That also included a grand slam. He's got 6 bombs in his last 5 games. On top of that, he's throwing guys out from left field. He had an incredible throw from left field on Friday night to nab a runner in a big crucial spot. He has just been tearing the cover off the baseball, and Aaron Polensky is probably a name you haven't really heard of. He's not ranked in the Yankees top 25 prospects. He's not ranked in any top prospects list. He wasn't even drafted by the Yankees. He was a non-drafted free agent that the Yankees ended up signing out of Nebraska. He's been tearing the cover off the baseball since mid last summer when he joined the Yankee system. He has been a huge standout performer that no one has really expected, at least from, the lists that we all take as Bible. So Aaron Polensky is having had an incredible week. I mean, just a flat out incredible week. That's a guy I'm looking for. See if he can continue that here throughout this next week. The Renegades are finally returning home. They had a 2-week road trip and are finally back home in New York. And then just as an aside there, Grant Richardson had a home run robbery on Sunday. He didn't make Sports Center top 10 off of it, to my knowledge, but did end up robbing a home run. So it wasn't just Brandon Lockridge making some highlight reel grabs. And then we'll send it on over to Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Tanner Tolley, that's probably also a name that you're not really considering or thinking about. We talk a lot about guys that are on that top list. Your Jason Dominguez's of the world, your Matt Crooks of the world, those guys that you're kind of anticipating being members of the Yankees here sooner rather than later. But Tanner Tolley was a free agent, signed a minor league deal with the RailRiders or with the Yankees, and of course got assigned to the RailRiders. He had an incredible start on Wednesday, 5 2/3, 4 hits. He gave up an unearned run and ended up tying a career high with 9 strikeouts. Those 9 strikeouts he had back in May of 2017 when he was in the Cleveland organization pitching for Low A Lake County. So big outing for him. He got that 9th strikeout as the first out of the 5th inning. So he was really, really on a roll in Worcester. He had been struggling a little bit to start the season, and that whole RailRiders pitching staff has been struggling to start the year on a consistent basis. So to see Tanner Tolley really step up in a big way, that's really huge. Some other quick notes here on the RailRiders. Randy Vasquez also had a nice outing this week, and we're talking about how some of the pitching staff has been struggling in Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Nice to see Randy Vasquez in his first taste of AAA ball this season come out in a big way. Mickey Gasper picked up a hit on Sunday. He now has a 7-game hitting streak. And one of the hot topics that's been around baseball recently, Stace, is the ABS system, the automatic balls and strike system. You may know this as the robot umpire system. This is now officially in place in AAA baseball. It started this weekend, and we've seen it already in action. Again, if you're on our YouTube side, you're watching that right now, how it all plays out. This is from a game that's not in the Yankee system. But it is interesting to see. So if you watched, you had a quick clip of it during the fall league this past year. You get 3 challenges throughout a game. If you're correct on your challenge, you keep it. If you're incorrect, you lose it. So you could potentially just keep running it all game long. It has to be called by either the batter or the from the dugout. One of the coaches has to call it. But yeah, it's really quick. It's actually kind of miraculous how fast it is. You call for a challenge, the umpire taps his head, that's the signal, and then they flash it up on the video screen. It automatically shows the pitch, it shows where the strike zone is, and it shows if there was a strike or a ball, and then you move on. So pretty incredible. It's pretty cool to see it in full action now, and obviously there's going to be some growing pains and technical issues and all that kind of stuff. That's why they're working it out right now in AAA. But this is a thing now moving forward, which tells me in my mind, we're close. Remember, we had all the rule changes that are in place now in Major League Baseball were in minor league baseball last season. So we'll see. Maybe next season we might have that ABS system, aka your robo umps. I don't think it's like what everyone was anticipating robot umpires being like, where it's just like a literal robot back there calling balls and strikes.
That would be cool, though.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to say the least. But I think it's more so going to be some sort of iteration of this, at least to start to kind of like bridge the gap, I guess, until we get to 2050, and then we figure out, hey, here's how we get the robot umpires out there calling balls and strikes using Chat GPT or whatever. But yeah, it's pretty cool to see this in full action. So just wanted to bring that up. I thought that was an interesting point. Hey, thanks for checking out Minor League Mondays. We do this every Monday here on Locked On Yankees. And of course, we have Yankees coverage 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. So make sure to hit subscribe and you won't miss an episode with Stacy and myself.